Hello, it's Craig Summerall. Thanks for joining me again as we continue reading the book Monday Morning Choices by David Cottrell. This week we continue talking about integrity. How important is integrity? When you install a new software program on your computer, it will automatically run what is called an integrity check, a series of tests to determine whether any part of the program has been lost or damaged. If any piece of the code in that program doesn't have complete integrity, the program as a whole can't be trusted. At best, you would have a program that wasn't functioning properly. At worst, using a program lacking integrity could cause you to lose valuable data or even damage your computer, so the integrity check is vital. But as the pace of business gains even more speed, thanks in part to the integrity of our computer programs, we are paying less attention to personal integrity. For instance, when it is discovered that a politician lacks integrity, we are no longer surprised. In fact, we actually expect it. Closer to home, many people are encouraged to do whatever it takes to claw the way to the top and to ignore personal principles in favor of status symbols like a big house in the gated community, the BMW, and the Rolex. What has happened? This lack of integrity has created skepticism, and people have become more cynical. The truth is that when it comes to integrity, there is no gray area. Integrity is the principal trait for long-term success. A large dose of integrity. In the fall of 1982, 7 people on the west side of Chicago mysteriously died. Investigators found that each of the victims had ingested an extra-strength Tylenol capsule before dying. Capsules that were found to be laced with cyanide. News of these incidents traveled fast, causing a massive nationwide panic. A typical corporation's response might have been to minimize the issue and start looking for others to blame for the problem. Officials at McNeil Consumer Products, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson, makers of Tylenol, made a tough choice, one that tested their integrity. They acted quickly, immediately alerting consumers across the nation not to consume any type of Tylenol product. Then, along with halting production and any Tylenol advertising, Johnson & Johnson's top management recalled approximately 31 million bottles of Tylenol with a retail value of more than $100 million. All of the major newscasts focused on shelf after shelf of Tylenol products being swept into large plastic bags for disposal. It was a time of humiliation for Johnson & Johnson. A few days later, Johnson & Johnson offered to exchange all Tylenol capsules that had already been purchased for new Tylenol tablets at a cost of several $1 million more to the corporation. Immediately thereafter, the company offered a $100,000 reward for the capture of the individual or individuals involved in the tampering case. In addition, when the Johnson & Johnson team developed a tamper-proof cap, it gave its competitors the specifications of the cap so they could use it too. Without a doubt, Johnson & Johnson had put consumer safety first before worrying about the company's profit and other financial concerns. They passed the integrity test. Why the integrity choice is important. As with every other choice we've discussed, a person who chooses integrity will enrich lives, relationships, and success in every endeavor. Dishonesty, the opposite of integrity, often carries a lasting and unpleasant aftertaste. In many arenas, dishonesty is the basis for both individual and corporate downfall. Rarely does the individual who operates without integrity find long-term success. Integrity is also not something that can be practiced only part of the time, only when we're thinking about it, or only with certain people. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.